Hello, my name is Kim and I work for ATA at CSUSB. In this tutorial, I will be teaching you the basics of creating a 3D model of a human using Reality Capture. Reality Capture is a photogrammetry software that uses photographs to create 3D models. Photogrammetry is the science of obtaining measurements from photographs. Those measurements can be used to create a map, drawing, or a 3D model. We will begin by taking the photos. There is an excellent guide to outdoor photogrammetry on Vertex Library. I will cover a few of their tips, but I recommend you check it out on your own. First, don't wear anything shiny or reflective. If you have difficulty capturing dark clothes or hair, you could try wearing something brighter along with a hat. If you have long hair, you could style it so that there are less loose strands. It is not recommended to take pictures on sunny days because the direct sunlight causes harsh shadows that will appear on the model. Partially cloudy days are also not recommended because the clouds move and cause different shadows in different locations in a short period of time. Cloudy days are best because the light is diffused evenly amongst the object. If you take the images indoors, make sure the lighting is not too dim or too harsh for the same reasons. Raw image format is preferred when taking pictures for photogrammetry. Check if your phone or camera supports shooting in that format. If you are using an iPhone camera, change settings away from HEIC to make the transfer easier. You do this by going into Settings, Camera, Formats, and select Most Compatible. Don't forget to switch this back after you're done. Do not limit the number of images. Reality Capture can handle any. Use the highest resolution possible. Each point in the scene surface should be clearly visible in at least 2 high-quality images. The more the better rule applies here. Start with taking pictures of the whole object. Move around it, then focus on details. Be aware of jumping too close at once or changing the height abruptly. Make it gradual. Complete loops. You should be moving around the object in a spiral movement. Do not change the viewpoint more than 30 degrees. Make sure you're getting enough overlap. Fill the frame with your object. Keep the entire object sharp. And every image should have the same depth of field. If you have time, balance the exposure of each image by looking at the histogram. You can do this in Lightroom or another photo editing application. Place all of your images into a folder and name it well for organization purposes. Sometimes you will have to do multiple shoots because the model did not come out as you expected. Do not use photos from separate shoots in the same project. Now we can start a new project on Reality Capture. On the top left corner, you can find an icon labeled Folder. You will click on this if you're using a photo set. Select the folder that contains the images you will be using. If you're using a video, then you will click on Video Sequence and select the video. It'll convert the video to an image set from the video frames. I will be using 164 images in this set. Under Process in the Workflow tab, you will find a play icon labeled Start. Clicking this will allow Reality Capture to take care of all the steps and create the model for you. This makes it simple for beginners learning about photogrammetry. After this process is complete, we can view our model. As you can see here, the face came out distorted. We could solve this by doing another shoot where we have a loop that is closer, making sure to fill the frame with her face to capture the details. Here is a project where we did this, and the face and details are much clearer. Under the Mesh Model tab, you can find Check Topology in the Analyze section. This will show you if there are any defects in the model. Clean Model will remove any of the topology defects that it detected. Under the Tools tab, you can find a number of selection tools in the Mesh Model section. You can use Lasso to freely draw a lasso around the triangles that you would like to select. Rectangle will select triangles within the defined rectangular area. Selecting triangles is useful to clean up your model when specific areas require different attention. From the Mesh Model tab, Close Holes will close any of the holes in the model or selection. In the Tools tab, Filter Selection will remove any of the selected triangles from the model. This is used to get rid of any excess that was captured by the photogrammetry. The Smoothing tool smooths down rough surfaces in a model or selection. This one is also useful to clean up the model. The Simplify tool will reduce the number of triangles in a model or selected area. When you feel that you are done, you're ready to export. When you're ready to export a model, you will go to the Workflow tab where you'll find an icon labeled Export. Simply click on this and it will ask you what you would like to export. In my case, I will be exporting a .obj model, so I will scroll down and find it under the Dense Mesh Model and Textures. Click on your desired format and choose your file location. It will now ask you to log in so that you can pay for the input license. This payment is for the inputs. You can make any changes to the model and export it with no extra charge, as long as you are using the same inputs, in our case, photos. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a helpful introduction to photogrammetry.